I'm getting so tired. I'm getting so.
Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. This is part 3 of the life of a trafficker, right? These stories are getting good. I know I'm enjoying it, right? I hope you are too. Don't forget to hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you think about this story, right? But look here, we're going to pick up where we left off, and I want to thank James again for doing this show. I think it's important. I think it's something that people should be considering. Like I said before, I'm going to start asking more questions, but I mainly want to get to the last episode before I say the things that I want to say, because as you know, that I don't do these shows to glorify any of the behavior. I do these shows to make people aware of the dangers and to discourage that type of behavior. So sit back and continue to enjoy this, right? I really want to know what you think about this in the comment section. So, James, thank you again for coming back.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, let's get right on into it, man, and go on and finish the story that you was talking about in episode 2, right? When you was moving in 30.
So now that, I done made it halfway to the location, I get pulled over again, and here's the thing, it's wintertime. So I'm not getting pulled over because of the flow of traffic. I'm not getting pulled over because of the timing of it. I got pulled over because it's a blizzard and nobody should be on the road. No. Now here, of all the times that the state trooper pulled me over, he said, "What you doing out here?" Again, I'm on my way to a funeral. That's the number one. That seems to, but then what if this man decide to look up to see the funeral? Yeah, he didn't ask for a name of who the person, because these people, by now, I'm pretty sure that this is okay, you in the blizzard, man, you probably trafficking. You know what I'm saying? On these, you're not gonna just be. This is what my mind is telling me. Right. This man know why I'm out here. And he said, "No, you don't need to be on the road. The roads are icy." And I'm like, "Man, I ain't got nothing but a little bit to go." He said, "Well, I'm just, I don't know if they've closed the road further up there, so just be careful. Don't drive." So a trip that took, normally 18 hours, now is almost running to a full 24 hours because of the weather. But of course, I made it there. And again, my homeboys, I call them scary ass niggas, because they eyes is just as big. They ain't never seen this much weed before. Mm-hmm. But we ran into some issues because they didn't want to pay me for the load. Mm-hmm. They wanted to get it off, get their profit, and then pay me. And I'm like, no, that's not how this has got to go. I done made a commitment down there. I don't even know homeboy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Well, this is what we're going to do. You know what? I see where this is headed, We're going to do this, but y'all not understanding. I'm the one that's driving now. I'm the one that's got the rules. I'm the one that know how to do this. I'm the one that got the plug.
You're the one taking all the risk.
We should, y'all live here. Granted, I was from there, but that's what you had been doing that. So let's just keep it this way. I'll do this part, y'all do that part. We keep it going, and we'll make $1 million quietly. Nobody even know, because I kind of got an ego now. You know what I'm saying? I done got pulled over twice with the weed, skated through. I know the road. I know the route. I know the time. I know when not to. I know how to look at the weather now, what to do. So I'm getting more and more confident in my ability to traffic. Mm-hmm. I know how to package. Like, I got this. I've learned it. Mm-hmm. Y'all just leave it the way it is. They don't want to do that. I said, so if I have to come up here, go from A to B, and then I got to pick up C, D, E, and F, I got to distribute, I got to C, then I don't need y'all.
That's right.
That's just it. I don't need y'all. Well, that's just what it is. You seem like you the boss or whatever. I say, ain't nobody trying to be the bosses, man. This is the plan. Do you not understand that this ain't even a real business? This This is an illusion. Like, we have an opportunity.
Right.
What is y'all talking about? We all know that this is, come on, what are we doing? Let's keep it this way. Well, you making all the decisions. What if you get the, man, what are you talking about? Why are y'all worried about something else? So this is the whole discussion. Now, mind you, we got 30 pounds. Ain't no money been made yet. And this is the discussion that we having before we even split this up. Okay, all right. Well, here you 10, pay me back this, and then I'm in my mind already knowing that this is it. How I'm gonna figure this thing out, I don't know, but this is it. So of course, I had to stay up there longer. He dude calling me, hey, I thought you said you was coming back in this amount of days. Why aren't you here? Man, I had to, now it took a little longer, whatever, and I talked to him, so I get their bread. They thinking that I'm about to continue to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Now it's over with.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I make it back down there. I pay him off. He just amazed because he ain't never sold that much ever in his life that fast. So he amazed. He ready to give me now 30 plus 20. So I'm like, I can't turn it down, but I have to, work out a time frame now. Like, I can't come back as fast as I did. 50 gonna cost me more because now I have to go up there, I have to do that, I have to package it, drive it, get up there, find a place, set up shop, get my you know what I'm saying? Now I got 50. Plus I really can't cut my homeboys out, but I can, but I'm gonna feed them this way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna sell them 1, 2, 5, whatever, like that. You're not gonna get the bottom barrel price. Now you about to get what you was paying for up there, which before you was getting in with me. So, all right, I got this 50. I'm cool. I'm knowing how to drive. Know when to leave. Know the weather.
Right.
Knowing the road.
Right.
Know the dress. Don't smoke.
Right. I'm
good now. I'm telling you, I'm floating on my way. I got this going. I'm making money. Again, my wife, she cool, stay-at-home wife, but again, y'all, that's a whole nother story why she was cool with me going out. I'm sure y'all can figure that thing out as to why she was cool with me leaving town.
Be gone
for a long time.
Right.
So now I got 50. And it's very important that you stick to your routine. When you trafficking, you gotta stick to your routine. But again, I got an ego, so I decided to stay overnight one time. This is what the game has gotten real. I'm moving up the ladder. I got 50. I made it to this city, and I get this hotel. Right, again, learning experience because I didn't go to like a real upscale hotel in a nice neighborhood. I went to Motel 6 in the hood. What was I thinking? Yeah. I'm like, if these dudes knew who I was, I'm a lick. I'm hit.
Yeah.
So I get the room, right? I'm in that room chilling, smoking, whatever. I get ready. I go to sleep. About 4 in the morning. Boom, 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 boom. Open up. It's the police.
What?
Beating on the door. Nah, who you looking for? We know you're in there. Come on out. Nah, I ain't coming out. I got 50 pounds with me in the room.
Golly. I
ain't coming out. We gonna beat down this door. Well, y'all just gonna have to beat down the door, man. I'm asleep. I got a funeral to go to. I'm trying to get some rest. I got to get back on the road. Who y'all looking for? We know you're in there. I hear the hotel attendant said, that's the wrong room. It's next door.
Whoa.
So they start beating on the door next door.
Whoa.
Come to find out, the dude who was staying next to me was America's Most Wanted top 10. You can't make this up.
Right,
I got 50 pounds next to the dude who's America's Most Wanted top 10. It ain't just regular police.
Yeah,
we talking about the U.S. Marshals, the police, the DEA. I mean, I looked out that window. It was so many red beams. Yeah. Like, I mean, it was serious. Oh, I could have just died right there in the room, man. I mean, I'm talking about heart attack.
Yeah.
I didn't even, once they did what they did with him, grabbed him, whatever, and left, I looked out that window, saw the coast was clear. I was gone. I done broke a rule staying overnight anyway, so I might as well continue to break them. I'm driving at night. I know I got to get out of here. Man, I'm telling you, I got 50. And again, I'm committed to somebody who's committed to somebody else. So ain't no room for error. Now, mind you, I got some bread to cover from, what if anything go wrong. Not all of it, because I'm building up there, but I can at least cover half of, what I owe him. So I get there, and, it takes a little longer for me to get rid of it. I'm not liking the fact that I got to get rid of it because I'm the driver. I'm the trafficker. I shouldn't be up here having to do this because if something happens to me, the whole operation go down. But yeah, I'm still dealing with my homeboys, but they getting full price now. You know what I'm saying? But they cool with getting full price because, that's what they was, they was buying them full price. Anyway. So they just missed out on the opportunity. Now, mind you, here's what they doing. They trying to figure out a way to do what I'm doing. This is, I'm knowing that because if he can do it, I can do it. This is their mentality. So they trying to cut me out. But so of course I make out, I make the money, get back home, pay dude off, my wife was like, so she asked, when you going back out of town, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm nervous now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have too many close calls. And I'm just now, I'm really on trip number 4. You know what I'm saying? And this is the weed. So I'm not really feeling comfortable. And I done prayed to God. I ain't tell him I wasn't going to do it no more. I'm just saying,
Just tell him get you through this
get me through this.
Right.
So, and he got me through it, he got me through it. I mean, because I could have fell off the road. It was icy up there. It was a blizzard. The police did come beat on. They could have broke down the door and, and one came in. So he got me through it. I'm back home. I'm feeling funny, but I kind of got an ego. That ego comes in and everything begins to get distorted. Reality is distorted. I'm at the club more. I'm messing with other women. Cause I got something. So of course I'm back at the 50. Now I'm not staying overnight. I got a couple dudes up there who I'm not getting a grant for them. They cool with 800. It's a deal, so they buy in bulk. So when I get in, I'm in town maybe 4-5 days. I done got rid of the whole 50. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm making bread. You know what I'm saying? So now I know how to. I'm a trafficker now.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
I'm
I'm in it. I'm vacuum sealing. I got a little operation. I got a couple homeboys down with me. That's they vacuum sealing. I break them off for half a pound, and they happy with it. You know what I'm saying? So the operation is moving. I'm moving. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But something made me say, this weed too bulky. It's too much of a hassle.
Right.
You need to figure out something else. What can I possibly figure out?
Upgrade, huh?
Yeah, it's time to upgrade. What can I possibly upgrade? I don't know. This is the thoughts that's going into it. I maybe need to start looking at other avenues because the weed is just too much. So
something a little bit more profitable.
Yeah. So I went to 100 pounds. I'm thinking that may be possible. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 ain't enough. I know how much I'm making, but if I can get 100 pounds, then I can get them cheaper and I can sit for longer. So I did the 100-pound run. 100-pound run went fine, with the drive or whatever. I didn't have too many scares with the state troopers, So although I did have one instance where I was driving and I seen they had a mobile command center specifically for drug trafficking. I can't remember. Yeah. So as I'm driving through the city, the mobile command unit come by.
Oh man.
I'm like, I got an ego. Ain't this ironic? Little do they know I got a trunk full of weed, and this is the mobile command unit.
Right.
Yeah. So they go on their way. I'm like, y'all don't know what's going on. But there was rules. Stick to your routine. So as long as I stuck to my routine on my way up, the time of the days is like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
I had begun to realize I might want to, now it's the springtime, start going when it's raining, That way, less people on the road. Police definitely ain't trying to do nothing on the road, but stick to the routine. So I got 100 pounds on my way one more time up to Minnesota, and I got 100 pounds. It's dark. It got dark real fast. I'm hearing the sirens going off. It's dark. As I'm driving, I feel the car drifting. And this is when I begin to really pray, Lord, get me through this one. Get me through this one. Because I know I'm probably driving into a tornado.
Yeah.
This has got to be happening. Because the car is drifting. And I'm seeing and then all of a sudden it went silence. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm driving in the eye. I'm driving in the eye of the storm. This is it. I'm dead. I'm dead. I know this. I know I'm dead. This car about to take off the ground. This is about to flip. I got all these. When they come and get me from the wherever, they gonna find the weed. They gonna
get arrested in the hospital.
I actually make it, and that was the last 100 I did. I couldn't do no more hundreds. I couldn't do no more bulk. I had a good run. I got to figure something else out.
Right.
What else is there?
Coca.
Had no choice. Had no choice. I had a choice, but I had no choice because of the lifestyle that I had created. I had gotten accustomed. But here's the thing. I don't know how I'm going to get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Again, trial and error. The last 100 went well. I got some bread now. You know what I'm saying? I got a chain. I got me I got me a new nice watch. I got the bracelet. My wife looking straight. I got her friends on board. I done created a whole world. I am so far from college education.
Right.
I am so far from corporate America. I'm in the streets, but I'm not like the dude on the corner or the rap. I'm the man in the lawyer, office and whatever. I'm sophisticated. I ain't silly. I know I'm knowing. So of course I buy a couple rental properties because I done made some money. I got 2 rental properties now. Things have changed within probably I say about 9 months, like a whole life change. We're talking about summer, winter, spring, literally that fast. Just being consistent, committed. I ain't no half stepping when you go into trafficking.
All the way.
You gotta be all the way because if you don't, these people are they're gonna pick you out, and once they stop you and pick you out, it's a wrap. You going to prison. You know what I'm saying? You're going to prison.
Let me ask you a question then. So when did you notice, rather, how, because you said a few times in every episode you had an ego. When did you notice that you started to develop that ego, and explain that a little bit more. What do you mean when you say that?
The ego I noticed it when I would come back in town and my wife's friends began to be attracted to me, and they would say little comments and do that. That's because I have always been a one woman man. Mm-hmm. So after I came in town, and I guess she had been pillow talking or telling them what I was doing, but they began to look at me different. Mm-hmm. And it fed my ego. So now they want to go out with us. Now they touchy-feely, saying things like that. So now everything's being distorted because I have solved the problem. The problem was lack of money. Now I've solved the problem. Mm-hmm. And I did it, I accomplished what I set out to do. So the ego began to go from small and scared to the fight or flight to now I'm just flying. You know, I'm on top of it. So
You got cocky.
I got cocky. I'm talking about now I can say anything. Now I could, you know, I'm a different guy at the club. I'm in the VIP.
You that guy.
I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and her friends, they was, you know, they was bad. And they enjoyed being around because of my homeboys, but they were still feeling me. It was like, again, I had created this world and it was my world. And everybody complied to what I said, you know, to where, I mean, this is where nobody ever said no to me. I didn't get the no's. And if you said no, you were opposition. I didn't have any problem with anybody because to me, there's always enough to go around. So if you asked for a half a pound and I gave it to you and then I came back to get my money and you gave me an excuse, I would just say, go ahead, keep that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big a deal because now everything's lucrative. So I always had calculated that anywhere between 10 to 20% as a loss of profit. You know, that whether it's giving out, whether you buying, you know, that to me, that was everybody else's. That 10 to 20% was everybody else. So it kept things down. And because I had created this world, the ego grew. Because now I'm thinking it's almost like a God complex. You know, they come to me asking, hey, can I get $400? I can pay you back next Friday. Next Friday come and they ducking and dodging. I'm like, man, you don't got to duck and dodge me. You know what I'm saying? You can have that 400. Come over and chill with me, kick it, whatever. So that's where the ego began to grow and I began to notice that change, but it happened so fast to where it was out of control. So.
Okay, look here. We're going to stop right here on this and we're going to wrap this up with this next episode because I want to get into how the lifestyle changed you a little bit more, okay? Because I want everybody to understand how any decision that you make is going to affect how you see the world and how you see yourself. And that's what I want to get into in this next episode, right? All right. Appreciate you doing this again, too, man.
Oh, no problem.
This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.